Yo, it's Rocket. Today I'm sketching and line arting the concept art for Lisa's dad, Baron. Hope you enjoy. Starting right into the sketch, making sure he's got some nice waves, and moving on to the body. Love that.
I don't think I've ever drawn a suit jacket from the back. God damn.
Does mean I get to make good practice, and also just, work on the folds, because when you make a comic, you have to draw from so many different angles with very different levels of detail, depending on how big the panel is and where the focus is, and all that. Yeah, the hands are not the right size, but I think I'm gonna fix that, fingers crossed.
Just be centered.
Yeah. The higher the DPI, the harder it is to figure out where the center of a thing is, and I think looking at where the center line is, it's slightly off, and that's really irritating. Oh my god. He is not looking ahead properly. Oh, I really like flat noses, they're very cute. Working out how chubby his face is just a nightmare. But, okay. Could have done better on this though. I really like sketching because it just means I don't have to be perfect. I could just be like, how good is this going to be? Let me work from there. But at the same time, it doesn't need to be good enough.
Getting proportions right is the worst thing.
Yep. Yeah, so just making sure that the lines I've drawn do actually make sense. And I found this is quite a good trick actually for ensuring like a side profile can really show you if the face you're doing is right, and based on this it does actually look correct, because a side profile will fuck you over effectively, and it's the worst feeling, but it is very helpful at the same time.
I don't understand Adam's apples. Why does his head look so much bigger? I think the eyes are just slightly too high. Yeah, that looks good. Nice.
It's like he's got a rectangle head, that's what's going on. And it's my fault. That's very sad. Whatever. What do we do next? More suit.
Oh, but he just seems like a guy who just generally wears a turtleneck. And it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, I love a man in a turtleneck. And also sometimes it is harder to figure out how flab works versus muscle, but
God, why do men get such big pockets? Okay, so that guy has okay. See, men's shoes are ridiculously detailed and confusing. People talk a big game about women loving shoes, like men and their shoes. They'll have 5 pairs of the same shoe, but it'll be slightly different somehow. I don't know. Shoes are wild. Oh, he's a millennial. No, he'd wear skinny jeans. That's just who he is. I don't know why, but it amuses me greatly that the parents of my character are millennials. They're the oldest of old, 83 and 81. They're as old as millennials can be. Because my girl's Gen Alpha for some reason. Yeah, let's do boots. Boots are nice. Heel, because he's got style. Yeah! That looks good. Head's slightly too small, so I'm gonna fix that.
I fucking love this outfit. It's office core, but I love it.
Reminds me of someone, but I don't know who.
I sound young, and that annoys the shit out of me, so I apologize for my youth. I hope you appreciate that. So I don't know how old you are.
As someone who wears glasses, I cannot stand designs that have what's it called? With characters who wear their glasses on the tip of their nose as though they're not looking through them. It's super irritating. Unless they're, long-sighted, that's fine, because you only need it when you're trying to look at things close up.
Glasses time. Drawing glasses is a nightmare though, so I understand why it's not common.
Slightly longer cut.
Yeah, I love a longer cut suit. I should learn more about suits because they do have different sort of fashion trends, and it's hard to tell every 5 years or so, maybe every 10 years they change, but once you stack them next to each other, you're like, oh, this has seen a lot of evolution. And I should learn about that because it's important if you're going to have something set in an office environment, which this comic kind of does.
Dress shoes need to stop being so unnecessarily detailed.
Oh, his leg's out too much. I've also realized that I've put like way too much of the chest in front. Like there's so much like beyond the chin, which that's weird. That's not how people work. I don't know why I've done this. And I've only seen it like looking at it afterward, which is, it sucks if you're not an artist and you look at your work and you're like, oh my god, why didn't I see that earlier? What happened? Yeah, that's life. I think his nose looks really nice there. I like that. And I need to draw beards more often because I really like a good beard. I feel like more characters need beards, but they are also sort of annoying. So I love waves.
That looks like a professor. I love it.
Same. Old me. We love professors. A little too much. Yeah, that's probably where some of that comes from. He does. I would expect to see him at my university. Like, he looks like he fit in there. He is a lawyer, so I feel like lawyers and academics probably have a similar dress style. I don't know. I haven't met many lawyers. I have met quite a few academics though, so I have some authority. Not very much. I'm still not fixing the leg. He looks like he's leaning back like Michael Jackson. What's going on? Actually, no. Michael Jackson leans to the side. That's wrong. Whatever. Those are, I was about to say the boots look good. I just realized no, they don't. That is a weird angle. Oh, I should liquefy, push in. That's annoying. The hands are very big. They're not long. The arms aren't long enough, but the hands are big, so I've really messed something up. Dear Lord. I need to use more references. I'm really bad at this.
A little teapot song just entered my head, just with the phrase short and stout. I like a good short and stout person. Oh, what am I doing? 5'8", short and stout. I'm a little teapot. Not that I'm 5'8", I'm taller than that, actually.
Yeah. He's 5'8", though, so I think that's why I was saying it, which amuses me slightly. I've just made... Because I have a fair... Actually, I don't. That's a lie.
Might shrink that down just the tiniest bit.
My family, at least on my mama's side, is quite short, so that's where that comes in, because we're Latinos. My dad's side, very average height. My granddad's tall, though. So drawing Lisa's whole family is short. I think it's quite fitting. I mean, she does have my last name. That's a bit of a dox. I'll cut that.
I'm very proud of that. He looks good. Oh, they're gonna fit so well together. I love a power couple. It's the best thing.
In reference to Donia, whose video is going to be coming out on Wednesday, so keep a lookout for that if it hasn't already come out. And the extended VOD will be up on Sunday as always. It looks like a braid. Oh, I made a brush specially for stubbles, so I'm really happy about that because it means my life is slightly easier. I think because, like, I kind of use the same patterns all the time, but I use the same brush to make them, so I've just kind of started making, what's it called? Brushes that are patterns with this brush, which is dry ink that I've slightly modified on Procreate. And I just saw a video of a comic artist using it, so like, okay, I'm going to use that, and now it's like the line art brush for me, which, I need to do hand studies. Hand studies are hard. I really don't like them. I mean, studies in general I don't like because they're really repetitive, and usually I like repetitive things, but at the same time, I just feel like it's so hard to be proud of your work when you're doing studies because it looks so messy and it takes a really long time. But you need to do it as an artist, for wherever your weak points are, which sucks. Always frickin' sucks. He's a thick lad. I'm not sure if I've said it this. I don't think I have, but I do love me a thick lad. See, I quite like the side profile. I think it works really well. I also still don't know, considering the proportions wise, why the head is so much bigger than it is when it's in a different position. Fingers crossed it works. I don't know.
God, this is way better than the last middle-aged man I drew. Oh, this is also higher. Put some tender love and care into this one. My special stubbly brush.
Yeah, made especially. It is true that the last middle-aged man I drew, I was lazy about. He did not look good. His concept art wasn't bad, but in the comic itself, horrible.
I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten today because I wasn't very smart. You know what I really like? Cufflinks. Cufflinks are excellent. I don't know why, but you just put a little bit of metal in your shirt to keep the shirt together. Like buttons, but the buttons come out. I mean, most buttons are plastic. Or wood. Wood buttons look great. Oh, that'd be excellent. I'd kill for some wood buttons. It looks like, dude, this. See, this is why I couldn't function as a traditional artist. I need my digital tools desperately. I should probably shore up on my traditional skills, but I have way more fun doing this. It's good for anatomy though. I don't know why, I just feel better practicing anatomy with paper. Because you can probably just like, you can't get rid of the mistakes, so you just have to face them. That's probably it. Slightly longer cut. Oh, do I do buttons? He looks so much thicker from the side. Because he's a thick lad. Try to move that up a bit. As ever, it is very important to me that my main character and her family are a bit thicker on average, because it's very rare that you see some thicker people being your protagonists. Because if it's thick, it's muscle. It's not necessarily just flab. Like, not all flab is bad, particularly if you're middle-aged. And also, like, thick people are hot in whatever thickness they come in. There comes a certain point where I get tired of how fabric works because it inconveniences me. And that is incredibly irritating. Oh god, what have I done there? Sometimes anatomy needs to get effed. Why don't things like swearing? That's what I want to know. Swearing is a part of culture.
The stream is just what happens when I'm alone and I feel like I need to talk. So
more of this dress shoe nonsense. They're too detailed. Just be boots. Boots are so easy to draw. That's probably why I love superheroes, because they just have zero detail on the shoes. I wonder if I show this to my dad, what do you think of the dress shoes? Because he's one of those people who just wears suits to work. I guess a lot of people do that. It's not like a those people thing, but yeah. That one's too big.
I sound like such a freaking quote-unquote young person, I think. I don't know. I feel like my age doesn't really make sense, and I feel like I don't fit in with older people. I don't fit in with the younger people. It's very sad times, I assure you. But regardless, this thing is almost done, and I'm still quite happy with it. There's errors, but fundamentally it functions as concept art because it'll show me how, you know, all the important bits like face structure. And I should probably do close-ups. I don't want to do that. That's more work. Why have I said that? Whatever. And as you can see, just fixing some small changes, which very good. Thanks for watching. You can definitely catch me on Tuesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. GMT, along with various times whenever the mood strikes me at twitch.tv/rocketnbenavides. I'm kind of streaming whenever, because I'm on holiday right now. I upload long form here on Wednesdays. My socials will be below for more detailed images and works in progress of my art and commission information. See you next time!